Hey, there's Tom's Tech Show. Today we're talking about some stuff about Galaxy's Edge and some of the things you're going to do with the app. Ugh, caught me drinking again. Okay, so I don't know if how many of you, if you're an annual pass holder, you get, where the heck's the front page of this thing? You'll get this little thing here. From Disney, you people should just be horribly horrified because I'm so prepared. Okay, so this is a Disney Insider. So you get this with your annual pass, just like you get, the little magnet here, your Disney annual pass holder. But you only get the magnet when you let your. So this is a weird thing. Side note, okay. If you renew your pass, you don't get another magnet. If you let your pass expire, wait a little while, then renew your pass, like we recently did, so there's that one back there, and then lo and behold, look, we got another one. And since my wife also renewed hers, lo and behold, we got another one. So I guess there's something to be said for letting your passes expire, then you get new perks when you renew your pass. I don't know. One of our friends had been renewing her pass for, 12 years or 13 years, something like that. And she said she's never gotten a magnet. So she let her pass expire so that then she could renew it and get a magnet. And she did. So there you go. Hot tip. Okay, so inside this Disney Insider, if I can get to the page, there is the experience you've been waiting for page. Now this is stuff to do with Galaxy's Edge and how some things are going to work. Okay, so let's pull this up here. So one thing you're going to be doing is, as it says in here, is navigate your way and play. First things first, take control of your mission from the start, so you can use things in the app to do different things. There's going to be I think different words and things you can scan, probably different droids you can scan, have it listen to things or something like that. Yeah, it's going to be translate droids and things, droid sounds and things like that. So you're going to be able to do quite a few different things with the app. It's going to be pretty cool. But it also says as you go along, you can pledge your loyalty to the First Order, support the Resistance, or strike out on your own as a scoundrel. So with each you get jobs to complete, and you'll receive digital awards. You get little, stickers and stuff in the app, not actual physical stickers. But anyway, you get different, badges in the app and things like that. But again, there's no mention here of the Empire. There is no mention here of the Rebellion. So, you could just be a scoundrel. I guess that's kind of like a Han Solo thing. I hope that's not. If it comes up that it's kind of like they're only taking that from like the Solo movie kind of thing, then yuck. Okay. But again, they're only going with their own property. They're only going with Disney Star Wars stuff. They're not doing. It's like they're almost trying to erase the original trilogy and everything that it was. They're not, at every point, they continue with, kind of moving forward and kind of ignoring, the fans that have been there. I mean, I saw Star Wars when it was originally released in the theaters. I was 12 years old, and it took over everything after that. It's like, this is incredible. So that's the kind of fan that I am, right? And as the more I see that it's like, oh, here, you can do this, but let's ignore everything that was before. You can't join the Empire. You can't, and right, like here, there's you can't join the dark side, and you can't join the light side. Or you can't even be a gray Jedi here or anything like that. You're not even able to be a Jedi, right, in this. So it's just the First Order, which is lame and not threatening, and all they can come up with is stuff that they did before, kind of stuff. So it's, and the resistance isn't really a resistance. It's like, what are, why, we weren't given enough of what the resistance was in The Force Awakens. I mean, we saw some scenes when the planets were being blown up of some type of resistance government, maybe some, bigger groups of resistance people who are not going with the First Order, things like that. There was like, oh, look, there's people, and then boom, they're dead. Okay, so listen, we understand, okay, there was some resistance, something somewhere, and it's not really resistance, it's more of a runaway, because that's all they seem to be doing all the time is running away. So I don't really want to join either. I mean, if the scoundrel is the Disney scoundrel version, which is, the Solo film, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I mean, I don't even want it to be anywhere near that. The First Order is, like I said, is lame. The Resistance is nothing. So what are you giving people to actually connect with and do something with? Like I said, I was there on May 4th, Star Wars Day, at the park, and everywhere that you look around for people who had t-shirts on, hats on, backpacks, anything like that, I'm saying 96, 97% of all of that was classic Star Wars characters, original trilogy characters, original trilogy items, original trilogy droids. There was one lady who had a very cute BB-8 dress on that was nice, but that's just one person, right? And there were a few other people who might have had some other. I don't think there was a Kylo Ren at all. No, I mean, so there just wasn't. It's just not there. So the more Disney ignores, the original, the more they're just going to make fans not want to go to the new stuff. I mean, we see how in, Marvel, as they continue to do things that please the fans, that make the fans happy, that minimize the social justice kind of things as much as they can, even though, Captain Marvel was a yawn fest, but not as bad as the Mary Poppins Returns thing. I actually came very close to falling asleep in Mary Poppins Returns because that was hyper boring. But I mean, Captain Marvel was blah. I mean, it's like blah. And the only reason I think most people went and saw it was, well, we need to see this before we see Endgame. We were told that lie, right? But anyway, we're talking about Star Wars. And that's the thing. You need to be able to build on things to bring things together. So instead of making so they made this, they're doing a trilogy right now. So we're getting, episode 9 is coming. The first trailer looks, some of the visuals look really good, but visuals, all effects should look good. I mean, they should be incredible, right? They should be over the top, with our technology that we have today. I mean, you saw I'm sure many of you seen the remake of, the Obi-Wan Darth Vader, lightsaber battle from, A New Hope that someone had redone. I mean, that's just some guy probably in their garage, right? So movie effects should be just completely over the top, blow us away, incredible at this point. But the rest of it is not a story. I mean, it's like from that trailer, it's just like, okay, so she can jump and she's going to attack a ship, a TIE fighter. Okay, whatever. People flying around. Okay. And you're bringing back, let's bring back every character we can because somebody's going to like that character, want to go see it. We got to have some reason for people to come to this film. So, and who knows if the Billy D. Williams is going to be the stupid Billy D. Williams or the stupid Lando Calrissian from Solo. If that's it, then you're turning everybody off. I'm hoping Billy D. Williams plays it as he plays it, right? He plays it as his way. So that's what I would hope. Anyway, A New Hope. We need A New Hope. That's what we need. Back again to that movie. So, but that trailer doesn't really offer much, and I don't know that it's going to offer much. I mean, I've heard that the Emperor laugh at the end is just fake, that they're just teasing people and everything else, and he's not actually in the film, and this has nothing to do with him. They're just lying to people, so we'll see as that goes forward if that's true or not or whatever. Again, trying to throw anything they can into it to try and get people to come and see this thing. I mean, I'm sure it'll make $1 billion, but it may not do as good as the rest of them. Now, if they would have done something like, let's have 3 smaller movie stories that lead up to a big story, kind of like a Marvel thing, where they have smaller individual stories to a big climactic story where they bring everything together and kind of follow that plan. Make things going on the Outer Rim or something, happening, and make that a movie, and then make something happening, in the First Order camp somewhere, about them doing something and having a movie like that, and then maybe a third movie of something else, and then finally in a fourth movie bring everything together so it all comes to a point where it's like, now you must go see this last film. I mean, they could have kind of done that, but everyone knows Episode 8 and Rian Johnson and his horrible attempt at making non-entertainment. I've only seen that movie once, and I will never see that movie again. I will not buy that movie. I will do everything that I can to tell people about how horrible that movie is. When they think it's okay, I explain it. And then they go, oh yeah, that is horrible. And that's the big problem Disney's having, is all of these things and all these YouTube channels that are out there, we're all moving towards the same thing. How many channels are out there saying, this is so great, Star Wars is so great, Star Wars is on such a good footing right now, Star Wars is moving where it should be right now. Who's out there doing that? Nobody. So you start clicking a few videos, and that's going to feed into YouTube's algorithm, and then all you're going to get is everybody watching negative movies about Star Wars. There you go. Have a nice time with that, Disney. So here, same thing, First Order or Resistance. That's all you got. You got no Empire. You got no Rebellion. Nothing. So, I mean, maybe they'll add more later, but I seriously doubt it. They're pretty much skipping and blowing off, just like the ride. The ride is the Rise of Resistance, the one ride that's coming out later, not the one that's going to be up now. And I don't know what, the Flight of the Falcon is going to be. The work they're doing on it inside is pretty amazing, but is that going to also be only the Falcon from The Force Awakens, right? That I have yet to see. I'll be seeing that on the 8th because we will be in the park on the 8th. We went the next weekend after the first opening day, so everybody else can do all their videos. I'll do my own video, but anyway, I just wanted to show people that Disney continues to only push Disney Star Wars property, and that's going to continue, and it's going to push even further and further until everybody who likes the first 3 movies, or even, I don't really even mind the prequels at all. The first one's very rough, but the other 2, where you have Palpatine manipulating Anakin, and that one speech in the little, I guess opera house, whatever you want to call it, where he's talking to him about learning to, keeping people from the ones you love from dying and all this stuff, and just that huge manipulation and just that slow speech, that his voice just slowly giving out this information and everything else, just twisting into Anakin's mind and all that. Just, that is just classic storytelling right there. Just completely, I just love that kind of stuff, Do we get any of that in the new stuff? No. So, anyway. Well, thanks for watching this. As we get to other things as I'm in the park and everything else, I'll make some videos about how my trip to Galaxy's Edge goes, and I'll have the app out. I'm doing a lot of screenshots and everything else from the app and everything else, and I'll kind of bring those out in like a couple of weeks, like 2.5 weeks, and then we'll be doing that. So that'll be fun. Hopefully it won't be, it's going to be intriguing and exciting and stuff to do, but I just don't like that it's all Disney Star Wars stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.